As men and women grow old together, a curious and often heart-wrenching pattern emerges. Husbands often seem to reach the ground before their wives. This phenomenon isn't just about chance. It's the result of a complex web of factors that influence how men age physically, emotionally, and socially. From biological differences and societal pressures to lifestyle habits and emotional health, the reasons behind this disparity are as varied as they are profound. This story dives deep into the realities of aging, specifically exploring why men often face unique challenges that shorten their lifespans. Did you know that men's genetic makeup leaves them more vulnerable to certain health conditions? Or that societal expectations often discourage men from seeking help or prioritizing their well-being? These factors, along with others like stress and isolation, silently impact their health and longevity in ways many don't realize. But this isn't just a story about problems, it's a story about solutions. By understanding the factors that contribute to these disparities, both men and the people who love them can take meaningful steps to improve their quality of life. So, why does this pattern persist, and what can be done to change it? Whether you're a man seeking to live a longer, healthier life or a partner who wants to support your loved one in doing so, this story offers vital insights and practical advice. Aging is inevitable, but how we approach it and how we support each other along the way can make all the difference. Now, before we dive in, I'd love to know, where are you tuning in from? Comment below and share your city. I always enjoy hearing from you. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more tips like these. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming up next. Point 1. Biological factors. As we age, our bodies go through countless changes, some visible, others happening deep within. Understanding the biological factors that affect aging can be empowering because it gives us the knowledge to make informed choices about our health. First, let's start with something fundamental: our genetics. From the moment we're born, our genetic makeup determines a lot about our health. Women have two X chromosomes, while men have one X and one Y chromosome. Why does this matter? Well, women's two X chromosomes act like a backup system. If there's a defect in one, the other can often compensate, which provides an extra layer of protection against certain genetic disorders. Men, however, don't have this backup, making them more vulnerable to issues like hemophilia or even certain cancers. This difference doesn't mean men are destined for poor health. It just means they may need to pay closer attention to early warning signs and take preventive steps. Hormones also play a massive role in how we age. Women have estrogen, a hormone that protects against heart disease and keeps their blood vessels flexible and healthy, especially in their younger years. Men, on the other hand, primarily rely on testosterone. While testosterone is great for building muscle and maintaining energy, it doesn't offer the same cardiovascular protection that estrogen does. This means men are often at higher risk for heart disease, especially as they age. For both men and women, hormone levels change over time, which can lead to new health challenges like decreased energy or changes in metabolism. But understanding these shifts can help us adapt and take the right steps to maintain our health. Now let's talk about fat, and no, I don't mean just how we look. Where our bodies store fat has a huge impact on our overall health. Women tend to store fat just under the skin, while men accumulate visceral fat, which surrounds vital organs like the liver and heart. This type of fat is more dangerous because it increases the risk of inflammation, heart disease, and diabetes. The good news? Regular exercise, a balanced diet, and staying active can help reduce visceral fat and lower these risks for men and women alike. Stress is another area where biology plays a part. When we're under stress, our bodies release cortisol, a hormone that helps us cope with immediate challenges. But here's the tricky part. Men's stress responses are often more intense and prolonged, meaning their bodies are exposed to higher cortisol levels for longer periods. This can lead to inflammation, weakened immune systems, and long-term health problems like high blood pressure or heart disease. Women tend to have different stress responses, often relying on social support and emotional connections to cope, which helps mitigate some of the harmful effects. Finally, let's touch on cellular aging. Our bodies are made up of trillions of cells, and as we age, those cells start to wear out. Women's bodies produce an enzyme called telomerase, which helps protect the ends of their chromosomes, called telomeres. These telomeres act like caps, preventing our chromosomes from unraveling. Over time, Men's telomeres tend to shorten faster, leading to quicker cellular aging and a higher likelihood of age-related illnesses. But again, this isn't something we can't address. Healthy lifestyle choices like eating nutritious food, staying active, and managing stress can all help slow down this process. So, what does all of this mean for you? It means that while biology may shape how we age, it doesn't define us. By staying informed and proactive, we can make choices that help us live healthier, longer lives. Point 2. The impact of societal roles and stress. This is especially relevant for older adults here in the United States, where cultural norms often place a heavy burden on individuals, particularly men, to fulfill specific roles. These pressures can deeply affect not just how we feel emotionally, but also how we age physically. For many men, their identity has been closely tied to the idea of being the provider. From an early age, boys are often taught that their value lies in their ability to work hard, support their families, and solve problems. This sense of duty, while admirable, comes with a cost. It creates immense pressure to always be strong, stoic, and unshakable, even when life throws challenges their way. Over time, this pressure can manifest as chronic stress, a silent but deadly factor that accelerates aging and harms health. Stress, as you know, doesn't just live in the mind. It affects the entire body. When we're stressed, our bodies release cortisol, a hormone that prepares us to face immediate challenges. This fight-or-flight response is useful in the short term, but when stress becomes chronic, as it often does for men juggling societal expectations, it wreaks havoc on the body. Elevated cortisol levels over time can lead to inflammation, high blood pressure, heart disease, and even a weakened immune system. For women, societal expectations often look different. They may be seen as caregivers, balancing work, home, and emotional labor for their families. While these roles are also stressful, women are more likely to rely on social connections and emotional outlets to cope. Men, on the other hand, are often conditioned to suppress their feelings and handle stress alone. This isolation amplifies the harmful effects of stress and leaves men without the emotional support they need to navigate life's challenges. Retirement is another significant source of stress tied to societal roles. For many men, work isn't just a job, it's their identity. It's where they've spent most of their lives contributing, achieving, and connecting with others. When retirement comes, that sense of purpose can suddenly disappear. Without the structure and fulfillment that work provides, many men feel adrift, unsure of who they are or what they should do next. This loss of identity can lead to feelings of isolation, depression, and even physical decline. Women, on the other hand, often approach retirement differently. They are more likely to maintain strong social networks and find purpose through family, hobbies, or volunteer work. This emotional resilience helps buffer them from the negative effects of stress, allowing them to age more gracefully. Men can learn a lot from this approach, and it starts with recognizing that it's okay to ask for help and to prioritize emotional well-being. So, what can be done to address the stress caused by societal roles? First, it's important to challenge the idea that men and women must fit into rigid boxes. Growing older should be about finding balance, not living up to outdated expectations. For men, this might mean redefining what it means to be strong, not as someone who carries every burden alone, but as someone who is open to connection, support, and vulnerability. Second, learning to manage stress is crucial. Simple practices like mindfulness, meditation, or even regular physical activity can make a world of difference. These habits not only reduce stress, but also improve overall health. Finding ways to relax and recharge, whether through hobbies, spending time with loved ones, or even taking a walk outside, can help restore balance and reduce the harmful effects of chronic stress. Finally, building and maintaining social connections is key. Humans are social creatures, and having people to talk to, share experiences with, and lean on during tough times can significantly improve mental and physical health. Whether it's reconnecting with old friends, joining a local club, or even volunteering, these interactions provide a sense of purpose and belonging that is vital for aging well. Stress is a natural part of life, but it doesn't have to control us. By recognizing its impact and taking steps to manage it, we can protect our health and enjoy a more fulfilling life. In the next section, we'll discuss health management and why small, Consistent efforts can lead to big changes as we age. Stay tuned. This is where things get practical and actionable. Point 3. Health management. It's not just about going to the doctor when something feels wrong. It's about creating habits that protect and nurture your well-being every day. Unfortunately, many older adults, especially men, struggle to prioritize their health, and this can lead to avoidable complications later in life. But the good news is, it's never too late to start taking control. One of the biggest differences between men and women as they age is how they approach health management. Women are generally more proactive. They schedule regular checkups, go for preventive screenings, and address symptoms early. Men, on the other hand, often delay seeing a doctor until the issue becomes too serious to ignore. This delay can lead to conditions that could have been easily treated in their early stages becoming much harder to manage. Let's take a moment to think about routine health screenings. For example, something as simple as a yearly blood pressure check can reveal potential issues before they escalate. High blood pressure, often called the silent killer, doesn't always have obvious symptoms but can lead to serious problems like heart disease or stroke. Regular screenings for cholesterol levels, diabetes, and even cancer can save lives by catching issues early. Yet, many men skip these appointments because they feel fine or don't want to bother their doctor. It's important to remember that preventive care isn't about fixing something that's already broken. It's about keeping things from breaking in the first place. Diet is another area where many of us could do better. As we age, our bodies change, and so do our nutritional needs. A diet high in saturated fats, processed foods, and sugar can lead to weight gain, high cholesterol, and an increased risk of diabetes and heart disease. On the flip side, incorporating more fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins can improve energy levels, support brain health, and reduce the risk of chronic illnesses. It's not about giving up all your favorite foods. It's about finding balance. Small changes, like swapping out sugary snacks for nuts or adding more leafy greens to your meals, can make a big difference over time. And don't forget about hydration. Drinking enough water is essential for keeping your body functioning properly, especially as we age. Physical activity is another pillar of good health. You don't have to run a marathon or spend hours at the gym to stay active. Simple activities like walking, gardening, or even dancing can keep your body moving and your joints flexible. Regular exercise doesn't just help with weight management. It also improves heart health, strengthens bones, and boosts mood. Aim for at least 30 minutes of moderate activity most days of the week. But remember, every little bit counts. Let's not forget about mental health. Depression and anxiety are common among older adults, yet they're often overlooked or dismissed as part of aging. They're not. Mental health is just as important as physical health, and ignoring it can lead to serious consequences. Whether it's talking to a trusted friend, joining a support group, or seeking professional help, addressing your emotional well-being is critical to living a fulfilling life. One of the most dangerous things many older adults do is isolate themselves. Staying socially connected is vital for both mental and physical health. Loneliness can weaken the immune system, increase stress, and even lead to cognitive decline. Make an effort to stay connected with family and friends, join community activities, or even pick up a new hobby where you can meet like-minded people. Finally, let's talk about medication and supplements. As we age, many of us are prescribed medications to manage chronic conditions. It's crucial to take these as directed and to have open conversations with your doctor about any side effects or concerns. Additionally, some supplements, like vitamin D or omega-3 fatty acids, can support healthy aging, but always consult a healthcare professional before adding anything new to your routine. Point 4. Loneliness and isolation in older age. Let's now address a topic that hits close to home for many older adults: loneliness and isolation. As we age, life changes in ways we may not have anticipated. Children grow up and move away, friends may no longer be as present, and after retirement, the daily structure that gave life its rhythm can disappear. For many, this leads to feelings of loneliness and a sense of being disconnected from the world. It's not just an emotional challenge, it's a serious health issue that affects both the mind and body. Loneliness is often called the silent epidemic among older adults. It's silent because, unlike physical ailments, it's not always visible, but its effects are far-reaching. Research shows that loneliness can weaken the immune system, increase the risk of heart disease, and even contribute to cognitive decline. In fact, some studies suggest that chronic loneliness can be as harmful as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. That's how deeply it can impact our health. Retirement, in particular, is a major turning point. For many, work isn't just about earning a paycheck. It's a source of purpose, routine, and social interaction. When that's suddenly gone, it can feel like losing a piece of your identity. Men, especially, may struggle with this transition. For decades, their role as providers and problem solvers defined who they were. Without work, they might feel adrift, unsure of how to fill their days or what their new role in life should be. On the other hand, women tend to maintain stronger social networks and are more likely to stay connected through family, friends, or community activities. These connections act as a buffer against loneliness, helping women navigate the emotional challenges of aging with greater resilience. Men, however, are often conditioned to be more self-reliant and less open about their emotions. This can make it harder for them to reach out for help or even admit that they're feeling lonely. Another layer to this issue is the loss of a spouse or close friends, which can be devastating at any age but feels particularly heavy in later years. When you've spent decades sharing your life with someone, their absence leaves an emotional void that's hard to fill. Many older adults find themselves living alone for the first time in years, and the silence can be overwhelming. But here's the thing. Loneliness is not a permanent condition. There are steps you can take to reconnect with others and bring joy and purpose back into your life. It starts with acknowledging the problem and giving yourself permission to seek support. There's no shame in feeling lonely. It's a natural response to the changes life brings. One of the best ways to combat loneliness is to stay socially active. Even small steps, like joining a local club or attending community events, can make a big difference. Many organizations cater specifically to older adults, offering activities like book clubs, fitness classes, or volunteer opportunities. These aren't just distractions. They're meaningful ways to engage with others and build new friendships. Another powerful antidote to loneliness is finding a sense of purpose. This doesn't mean you need to embark on a grand mission. Sometimes, it's as simple as rediscovering an old hobby, learning a new skill, or mentoring younger generations. Purpose gives us a reason to get out of bed in the morning, and it's one of the keys to staying mentally and emotionally healthy as we age. Staying connected with family is also crucial. If your children or grandchildren live far away, don't underestimate the power of a phone call, video chat, or even a handwritten letter. These small gestures keep relationships alive and remind you that you're still an important part of their lives. Finally, if loneliness feels overwhelming, consider seeking professional help. Counselors and therapists are there to provide support and tools to help you navigate these feelings. Sometimes, just talking to someone who understands can lift a huge weight off your shoulders. We've covered a lot today, from the biological factors that shape how we age to the societal pressures that create stress, the importance of proactive health management, and the emotional toll of loneliness and isolation. Now, as we bring this conversation to a close, let's focus on one thing: taking action. Because knowledge without action doesn't change lives, but even small steps can make a world of difference. First, let's remember that aging is not a problem to solve. It's a journey to embrace. Every wrinkle, every memory, every lesson learned is a testament to the life you've lived. And while some aspects of aging are beyond our control, many are not. By making conscious choices today, you can shape the way you experience the years ahead. If there's one takeaway I hope you leave with, it's this: you have the power to improve your health and happiness, no matter your age. Let's break that down into actionable steps. 1. Understand your biology and act proactively. Schedule regular checkups with your doctor, even if you feel fine. Stay informed about your health conditions and follow preventive care guidelines. Make small changes to your diet, like adding more vegetables or reducing processed foods. Stay active, whether it's walking, stretching, or trying a new hobby that keeps you moving. 2. Address stress and redefine your role. Practice mindfulness or relaxation techniques to manage stress. Redefine your sense of purpose. Whether it's spending time with loved ones, volunteering, or starting a new project, find something that gives you joy and fulfillment. Don't hesitate to seek emotional support. Opening up about your feelings isn't a sign of weakness. It's a step toward strength. 3. Tackle loneliness head-on. Stay connected with family and friends, even if it's through technology. Explore community groups, classes, or local events that interest you. Consider mentoring or volunteering as a way to give back and stay engaged with others. Reach out for professional help if feelings of loneliness become overwhelming. 4. Build and maintain social connections. Relationships are vital for emotional and physical well-being. Make an effort to nurture them. Reconnect with old friends or meet new ones through shared interests. Join a local club, church group, or activity center to expand your social circle. As we wrap this up, let me leave you with a question. What's one thing you can do today to improve your life tomorrow? It doesn't have to be big. It could be calling a friend, going for a walk, or even jotting down a list of health goals. Whatever it is, take that first step. You owe it to yourself and the people who care about you. Thank you for being here with me today and for taking the time to invest in yourself. If something resonated with you, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. What's one thing you're inspired to change or focus on? Let's share and support one another because, at the end of the day, we're all in this together. Take care of yourself, stay connected, and remember, you are never alone on this journey. Here's to living not just longer, but better. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.